Hello world, it's Angela. I'm here at Swissnex SF. We're doing this data canvas challenge. Um, and I just want to do a quick video while here talking about the API and maybe a quick demo of using it with D3. So I'm recording, it's a little loud, but this is the hackathon setup. So everyone out here is already going with some cool ideas and playing around with the data. So I just want to share that with anybody out there that's trying to do the same. All right, so I made this little API Explorer tool that essentially what it does is it gives you the URL for the API, and you can choose different things. Like if I want to go, see the data in Bangalore or in Rio, and this isn't the aggregation API, so there's more documentation about the API from local data who put it together. It's a really nice one actually, that you can check out to see what all these fields mean. See, these are the different sensors that we can visualize or access. And so what I did was just that you could choose these different things. So like I want to see the last hour for 7 days. It's going to give me 181 results. You can see those results here in CSV format. You could also see it in JSON format, where you can get the previous and next links, and then you can get the data as an array of JSON objects. And of course, this is pretty much what you'd want in D3 visualization. If you chose, like if you're trying to get the data for all the cities, you just call the URL for each one of those. And I also implemented for their individual sensor thing, so we can get all the sensors. Like here's the Exploratorium in San Francisco. We have, for each of the cities, there's about 14 sensors, I think, and so we can see those here. And yeah, so this tool should just make it a little bit easier to get the URL you want. And I put together a simple tributary where I just put that URL here, and this is a CSV because I'm using d3.csv. So I think this is doing it for San Francisco. So that's a light data. So let's switch this to Bangalore in CSV. Copy the URL. Maybe we just comment that, or we'll just say URL equals. And we can see that because the time zones are totally different, we get different distribution, right? Because each of these bars is 1 hour, and the height is the amount of light that the sensor received. So we can see here that I'm choosing a field and choosing light. That field is what I use to determine the Y scale, right? Like the height, and I use that here. So I get the field for the data. So we can change it to something else. Like let's look in the console. And I've recently discovered this thing, console.table, that if you pass an array of JSON objects, it will actually print a nice table for you. So we can see the other sensors, like there's air quality, right? Or temperature, sound. Why don't we try sound instead of light? And we can comment this out for now. So if we do sound for the two different cities, of course these are scaled just by the data we have available. So we might want to get something like, we can get the max for all the sensor values over time, or the min, so that we could get like the appropriate boundaries to scale like globally against everything. But yeah, anyway, this is just a simple, probably the simplest chart you can make, or SVG or D3 visualization based on the data. I just wanted to put it there so people could play with it. I'll comment that and save this and link to it from the other page. I just threw it together. We can also say field equals light here. So yeah, play around with the data. This is a competition. I think it ends March 20th, so there's still plenty of time to make something cool. I do want to give a little shout out to my friend Zan Armstrong, who made this awesome weather data visualization with NOAA temperature, NOAA sensors. So they have cloudiness, they have temperature. There's average wind speed, stuff like that. So you can really, it's a really beautiful representation, and I think this could serve as inspiration for people trying to visualize these sensors and maybe overlay the different cities or sensors. And anyway, just throwing that out there. Hope you have fun, and peace.